This is Godzilla vs. Cthulhu 2. I just want to point out, if you do like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment saying what more monster versus monster should I do. Should I do Gamera versus something, or 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 Leviathan versus Megalodon? I don't know. Kraken versus Hydra of Lerna. You comment it below.
I rolled out of bed this morning, and a startling question crossed my mind. What if this Godzilla, this monstrous kaiju creature, actually existed? It seems fit to say that he would be uncontrollable, that our governmental and military forces would be able to persuade him to some level, but not entirely. Economic turmoil would even more so be brought to fruition. Unpredictable creature roamed the earth and seas. I imagine religions will be built around him. People would gather in places made of mortar and brick, worshipping this monster, contemplating things of the afterlife, and Godzilla perhaps being the fulfillment of nature and the spiritual and physical icon that should most certainly be preserved and worshipped. Theories of the afterlife would be brought up, monuments would be made, and sacrifices as well. Perhaps there'll be islands dedicated to sacrificial offerings, altars in the center, people giving up their young, people giving up their women and oxen, and so forth. And obviously, with such, regulations would be imposed in some parts of the world. It would be illegal to take part in such acts, and in other parts of the world, it would be praised. There would be talk amongst children in the classrooms, their family members seeing Godzilla with their own eyes, some of which the children would have seen themselves. Constant news briefings as to where Godzilla is currently located. Protests erupting throughout the world every time an incident occurred with Godzilla where the government tried to intervene with his freedom. There's that region in the world called the Virgin Islands. You guys know what I'm talking about? Look it up if you haven't. Anyway, I imagine that if Godzilla were to be alive today, there would be groups of people committing these islands for a place of sacrifice. They would bring young women, virgins at that, to the Virgin Islands, on the altars, sending frequencies out to Godzilla so that it would attract him, and he would come to the island, and the virgin would be offered up to him. And the opposition that this ideal would face, there would be one side of the coin where people would be totally upset about this, saying that these women don't deserve this sort of deed to be done to them. And there'll be the other side, who religiously claim that it is for a worthy cause, and that it is necessary. Another concern of mine would be that governmental authorities in the form of dictatorship could use him to their advantage. For instance, they could start nuking the shit out of him, trying to destroy him, while at the same time killing millions upon millions of people, claiming that they're just simply collateral damage. While it seems as if this would be an accident, the fact that they're killing a lot of people while trying to kill Godzilla, it would actually, in this case, be on purpose. It would be this dictatorship's means of controlling the population and reducing it down to size. The economy and trade markets would be in a lot of trouble as well. If you think about it, the importation and exportation of goods would be severely at risk, because every time shit would be shipped overseas, a concern would be that Godzilla would just simply destroy the damn ship. This would cause investors and a lot of other people in the business to be terrified of these matters, and perhaps they'll have to keep their goods in their own damn countries. So in some way, Godzilla might actually take part in nationalizing a bunch of countries that otherwise would be global. Nations, I think, would be divided on how to handle him. Some would probably want to team up with others to try to destroy him. Others would want him to continue causing devastation and destruction, hoping he would bring great turmoil upon the earth.
Now I'm pausing this video for 1 second. It is 4 minutes long anyway. So, the two beasts, Cthulhu, Godzilla, they both cause destruction. They're gods. Cthulhu is an ancient Greek mythological god. Godzilla is king of monsters. There is a second movie coming out of him, if you don't know that. Now, if I had to pick who would win, it would be Godzilla, because he is a beast. He is a beast. He could cause path of destruction. I mean, do you see this picture of him biting the Hydra's neck? Jesus Christ. And I mean, like, you know, he has that, he has those two lasers. One is like the red spiral beam, and the other one is the blue one. The one that goes like whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I'm talking about? The thing that glows on his scales. And then there's this other one where he gets struck by lightning, and it's like a lightning beam. You comment down below if you know what the two beams are. So anyway, Godzilla would win. He caused mass destruction. I'm very terrified of him right now. Cthulhu, on the other hand, would definitely die. Actually, you know what? They would both die. It's a tie. And the entire civilization of humanity would be destroyed forever. No colonization, no nothing. Just mass destruction. No technology, no nothing. These beasts would destroy all of our civilization as we know it. Thank you for watching this. If you like this, please subscribe, leave a comment on what should I do next, and please notify me if make more videos if you enjoy.